Everyone, welcome back to American Shade. I am Brittany King, your host and your girl. I wanted to do a different type of video, and I say that same sentence every single video, but this is actually different. For this episode, I want to do like a rundown of different types of people that have influenced my life thus far in these 31 years. I didn't really want to do like a top 10, like my favorite public intellectuals or my favorite thinkers or authors or writers. I want to do a combination of all of that and other minds that I find particularly interesting and inspiring. So I made a list of 15 different people that have influenced me in some type of way, whether it's in my life, whether it's with how I think, whether it's with my career in journalism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anyone that I find influential for me. And again, this is my list. And if you don't agree with this list, if you feel like people should be switched, you can make your own list, and I support you in that. I actually named a lot more, but I just said when they organically come to you, when the names just organically come to you, then those are the people that have influenced you. And I didn't want to make a list that was cool or really showcase, intellect or whatever. I was like, just make a list of people that really have impacted your life in one way or another. So let's get started with that list. So number 15 is no other than Anthony Bourdain.
So back in Vietnam, one of my favorite places on earth, and all of the things I need for happiness. Low plastic stool, check. Tiny little plastic table, check. Ooh, something delicious in a bowl, check. In this case, a local specialty.
Anthony Bourdain,
clam rice.
In one word to sum him up, is just, he was cool. I mean, I don't know what else to say besides that one word. Cool with how he dressed, with how he spoke, with his character, his persona, just cool. And when I mean by cool, I think I really mean original. And that is something that really impacted me about him as a person. One of the most iconic culinary artists, chefs of all time. He was a wordsmith. Like, he could hold conversation with really almost anyone in the world. And we saw him do it on his various TV shows like Parts Unknown and The Layover and et cetera, et cetera. When I read one of his essays that he wrote in 1999, Don't Eat Before Reading This, I already liked Anthony a lot, but reading that essay and knowing how he talks and knowing his character, like there's just parts where I was laughing. There was parts where I was just like gagging a little because, he said, don't eat this or don't eat before reading this. But it really showcased like his character. It really showcased his humor. And that has stuck with me. Always remember, like, stay authentic to yourself, even if you don't use the lexicon of all these other public intellectuals. If you stay true to yourself, that is what's actually going to entice people. Also with Anthony, he amplified different voices and people around the world and in this country. He would go and visit restaurants you've never heard of and never might have ever heard of if he didn't go there. I really think that he found connection the number one priority with his career, and then like food was second. And you might not agree with that, but I feel like food was like the gateway into the conversations with people to have them like have common ground and be authentic and feel comfortable. Like him coming to your country, your restaurant, sitting down where you are eating your food is going to make you comfortable with this person that's respecting your craft and wants to get to know you. And I think that's why his TV shows were so successful, because he really cared about people. Like, he honestly cared. I believe Anthony was like an innovator of language. He almost spoke the way he cooked, if that makes sense. He would come up with original recipes, something on the spot, an impromptu menu. And that's kind of how he spoke. But everything that came out sound delicious. Delicious as in like you wanted to hear more, you wanted more. And I always was so quiet when he would speak. And obviously we all know how he passed away, but all because that's how he passed away, it doesn't diminish his legacy, his career, his life. And there's so many people that have been impacted by him and still today hold him in high regards as not just a great chef, but a great person. And he left us with great conversations encapsulated inside TV shows that will live on and that I still watch today and will still be inspiring to people that were here on earth when he was and the generations after. So, Anthony, thank you.